So today we are going to be doing word problems with 2 variables. 2 variables, 2 equations. 3 variables, 3 equations. Alright, but today we're only doing 2 variables. Alright, number 1 says, Jacob has dimes and quarters in his pocket. There are 28 coins in all. They are worth $4.60 altogether. How many of each type of coin does Jacob have? The first thing you need to do is to define your variables. Define what you are trying to find. So on this problem, how many of each type of coin? So we are trying to find the types of coin, which in this example happen to be dimes and quarters. So I'm going to let D represent the dimes, Q represent the quarters.
Why can't D represent the quarters?
It can, if you want it to.
That's what I was thinking, that's why I laughed during my yawn.
A lot of times you're going to find your variables in the last sentence. That is your first step. If you are looking at a word problem and you're like, I don't know where to start, that's where you start. Define your variables. What are you trying to find? A lot of times that makes everything a lot more clearer. All right, now look at your word problem and ask yourself, what is a total? What are one of my totals? Say it louder. 28 total, right? I have 28. So your totals are going to go to the right. Equals your total. Equals 28. 28 is the total of what? Dimes and quarters, right? And what represents the dimes and the quarters?
D and Q.
D and Q. So we are going to take D and we are going to add it to Q, and that is going to equal 28 because D is the number of dimes, Q is the number of quarters. If I add them up, I get 28. Okay? What is the other total that I know?
460.
460. 460 is the total money. So what I like to say is this is my money equation. Now, it is still a total, so we're still going to be adding. And you still need to have your variables in there. You still need to have your D. You still need to have your Q. Yeah, but you also need to put in your money. This is your money equation. So dimes are 10 cents. In math, you would write that as 0.10. Quarters are 25 cents. In math, you would write that at 0.25. So this is your money equation. There is money in it. Money stays in the money equation. All right, does that make sense so far? Yeah. All right. Eventually, we are going to be solving these by hand. We don't have time to do that before the DBA, so I'm going to show you how to do it with the calculator.
Control V2.
Yep, I'm sure you knew about it already. Ooh. All right, so if you don't know, menu, go to algebra, menu, algebra, and number 2, it says solve system of linear equations. All right, once again, how many number of equations do I have? 2, so that stays at 2. What are my variables? D and Q, so I'm going to do D, comma, Q. No spaces or anything, just D, comma, Q. Hit enter, and then this pops up. You're going to put one equation in the top little box, the other equation in the bottom box. D plus Q equals 28. 0.10 D plus 0.25 Q equals 4.60. And then hit enter. Alright, so now all I have to do are my answers. So, since D came first in my coordinate point here, 16 is going to be the number of dimes. And then Q was second, so 12 is going to be the number of quarters. So I have 16 dimes and 12 quarters. Okay. Number 3. Number 3 says the length of a rectangular garden is 3 feet more than its width. The perimeter of the rectangular garden is 58 feet. What are the dimensions of the garden? So it is asking me for dimensions. So my variables are length and width. I'm going to draw a picture because I like pictures. Length, width, width. All right. Do you know a total?
Yes.
What's the total? 58. What is 58?
Perimeter.
Perimeter. How do you find perimeter?
Add up the
L plus
sides.
W.
Add up all the sides. So L plus W, which we can simplify as 2L, because there's 2 of them, plus 2W.
Didn't we do this already?
Yeah.
Maybe. We combined, but we haven't made them into equations.
That is a width.
All right. Now, I'm not given another a total on this equation. I'm given this piece of information. The length is 3 feet more than the width.
3W equals.
Is it W
wait,
3 and then parentheses
3 plus
3?
Yeah. 3
Okay, so 3 more. Is that going to be 3 times or 3 plus?
plus.
3 plus, yeah. So 3 plus. And do we want to add it to the width or to the length? To the width, because the length is already 3 more. So to make it equal, we are going to add it to the width, and that's going to equal the length.
Obviously, we need to put it somewhere. These word problems.
Algebra 1.
No, like these exact.
Really?
Like.
Algebra 1.
All right, so when I try to figure out the length and the width, I'm going to plug it in my calculator. Length, comma, width, 2L plus 2W equals 58. 3 plus W equals L. Hit enter.
Wait, don't say that next time. Okay.
You got it? Length is 16, W is 13.
Oh no.
All right. Number 2. Nick has a total of 9 stamps, which consist of 25 cents and 2 cent stamps. His stamps have a value of $1.10. How many of each stamp does he have? So we need to write our variables first. So, who's 19? Caitlin, are you 19? What are one of my variables? Which kind of stamps? Good. So I'm just going to use X and Y here. So I'm going to say X is going to be the 25 cent stamp. Okay. 3. Ariana. What's the other variable?
The 2 cents.
Good, the 2 cent stamp. They are 2 different things, all right? They are still both stamps, but one is a 25 cent, one is a 2 cent, and that is what I'm trying to find. So those are my 2 variables. Now for totals. 13. Miguel. What's one of my totals? Wait, you're not Miguel. Edwin. Sorry. Miguel is my next period that sits back there. It's all quiet and stuff. Edwin. What's one of my totals? Say it again. 9 stamps. All right, so for the 9 stamps, Haley, what do I have to do over here? What would this side look like? How do I get 9?
So all of these stamps have a value in all?
9 is like the total number of stamps. So how do I find the total number of stamps with my variables?
I don't know where
Does someone know?
Y.
Yeah. X was Y, because X is the number of 25 stamps plus Y, the number of 2-cent stamps. So if you add up the X and the Y, you'll get the number of stamps, which is 9. Right? Okay, Jasmine, what's my other total? 110, very good. And 110 is money, right? So this is my money equation. So do I have a volunteer? Does anybody want to try the money equation? Sure, Lily, go ahead.
25x plus 0.2y.
Super close. Yeah. Which a lot of people made that mistake. Because 2 cents is, it's got to be in the second place. So, very good. All right. And so then you're going to type it in. Did anybody type it in yet?
Yeah.
What'd you get?
I got the 4, the 25 cent stamps, and 5 of the 2 cent stamps.
Very good.
Get it, Terry.
Very good. All right. Last one on my notes. Key Club members are running for running a concession stand at AHS football games. They are selling hot dogs and sodas. Each hot dog costs $1.50 and each soda costs 50 cents. At the end of last Friday's game, they made a total of $78.50. The number of hot dogs sold was 17 less than the number of sodas sold. How many hot dogs and sodas were sold at last Friday's game? Do we have a 23? No. Leslie, what's one of my totals?
78.50.
Very good. And is that a money total?
Yes, ma'am.
Sure is. Oh, I forgot to label my variables. I'm sorry. Someone tell me my variables.
Hot dog.
Right, I'm going to say hot dogs are H. S is sodas. Who just came in here and walked out?
Somebody that looks like
Taylor.
Taylor Felton?
Yeah.
I didn't get to see her outfit today.
It's pretty funny.
why are they dressing like that?
They got fish fry. It's where seniors go and they choose like 5 freshmen and they like break into their house or something like that and then they dress them all ridiculous and then they take them out.
Oh yeah.
They're breaking into
You know what?
Nobody broke it on mine. No.
All right, so let's see. Who's going to do my money equation? 20. Lily already answered.
Yeah, Miles.
14. Angie already. Angie, do my money equation.
Hold on. I need to read it. I was not ready.
Focus back up here. Focus back up here. We're almost done.
1.5H
1.5H
plus
plus
0.5S.
0.5S. Very good. So that's my money equation. All right, now 7. Daniela, do I have another total? No, I don't. So I need to use this other piece of information. The hot dog sold was 17 less than the number of soda.
So this is soda plus 17.
Very good. Soda, wait, no. Soda minus 17. Because less, yep. All right, so hot dogs is already 17 less. So to make it even, you have to minus 17 from the soda as well. Does that make sense? Yeah. All right, and then anybody happen to type that in already?
Me.
Terry, on you doing it?
Yeah, I already did.
Oh, what is it? What's hot dogs?
35,
Okay, what's soda?
52.
Very good.
Good job, Terry.